What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your boy Chachi back with Miami Football Talk Network on another episode of Phins Nation Miami. On today's episode, they got some other stuff happening. Well, that's okay. I'm used to doing it by myself, and but I got my own special guest. I got my own special guest. Tell him what's up, Big John. Tell him what's up, baby.
What up, bro? How's everybody doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it hanging?
Um, Tired, bro, but I'm alive.
You look
Tired, bro, but
tired,
we're
bro.
still
You
breathing.
look tired. Hey,
Ugh,
that's okay. That's
yeah.
all right. Oh man,
Hey, man,
so we're missing a few people today. We're gonna let the show go. So a lot to talk about on today's show, huh? Tremendo whooping. What a whooping we gave to the Panthers. I'm back, huh? I'm back on the bench. Did y'all see those memes? Did y'all see those memes?
nah, quítalo. Yeah, I don't really know, but I didn't really see the memes, bro. But I'm pretty sure you brought it hard, bro, because I know how you are.
Bro, they have it on the top of the screen. You know, two separate things on the screen. On the top, it says it's him screaming like this. I'm back, and on the bottom, it's him sitting on the bench. On the bench. Oh, I'm dying laughing when I seen that, bro. Dying
Are
laughing.
you are you are you the one that's Are you the one that's breaking up, or is it me
I'm not
on
breaking
the
up either.
on the
On my
stream?
screen.
Yeah, on the stream, on the video, you sound like you're breaking up. I don't know if it's you or me.
Oh, I don't know. Look,
Or
Jay
you
Fan
sound
said,
better.
"Hey, hell yeah, I see the meme."
I don't
Do I
know.
sound all right, or am I still breaking?
No, yeah, you're breaking up. You sound like you're Aquaman.
Oh man, that's not good. Hold on.
You're Aquamaning right now. You're swimming with the fishes.
Let me fix it real quick.
Dale. I will hold it down. Oh,
How's that
shit.
sound? Is that better?
No, you sound like you're. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, you're breaking up when you talk.
Man, what the hell?
Yeah, it's momentary. I don't know. Is anybody in the chat?
Oh yeah, they are. It says you're.
Yeah.
Uh, man. Oh.
I guess leave the stream and come back. See if it stops.
What if I do this? Do I still break up if I'm like this?
Talk.
Yo yo yo.
Hey, yeah, bro. You're still breaking up.
What in the world?
You sound like you're
Jesus
drowning.
Christ. Bro, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, you sound like you're drowning, bro. Deja la puerta, deja la puerta. Deja la puerta, me acabo de dar cuenta. Ponla.
Ah, que la deje pues.
Sí, gracias.
Okay, let me see this. All right, how do I sound loud?
No, now you're still breaking up and there's static.
Oh my God, bro. Incredible. I am really sorry.
That's all right, bro. It
I'm
happens to everybody.
really sorry for this.
It happens to everybody, bro.
What in the fuck?
The first cuss word of the day. Swear jar.
We're realistic. How do I sound now? Still breaking up or what?
Yeah, you're still breaking up a little bit. I think you need to leave the stream and come back.
Let me get out. Let me get out and come back in.
Yeah, just get out and come back. They can look at my beautiful face for 2 minutes. It's all right. You know, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of girls in the chat who think I'm attractive. Look at me being sarcastic right now. So yeah, everybody, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but he'll be back in 1 second. So please stand by. We're like Tua. We're not always there when you call, but we're always on time. But yep, the Dolphins brought the pain. They swung for the fences. They came after Cam Newton, and they beat his ass. I think Tua Tagovailoa just retired Cam Newton. This will probably be his last year in the NFL. That's just my opinion. But I always said that Cam Newton can throw a football to a stationary garbage can because he just can't throw. So it is what it is. But yeah, you people get in the chat and let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me what you thought about the game, what you liked, what you didn't like. If there are any questions y'all want to ask, go for it. We will answer them as we see them come in. He should be back any second. I think his microphone got abducted by aliens. But you know, things happen. Right now we're like the Dolphin defense weeks 1 through 7 where we should have been playing man. Instead we're playing zone. And you should know Jerome Baker can't cover a statue, so I don't know why they would do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and tell you guys my opinion. I think the Dolphins probably gonna go, in my opinion, undefeated for the rest of the season. I don't see them losing another game unless they just completely fall on their face. There's no game that I find to be difficult. I don't see the Saints being a threat. They really don't have a quarterback. Trevor Simeon doesn't scare me. You know, at the end of the day, Ryan Tannehill, to take a phrase from Big O, yeah, he don't scare me. You don't got a running back. And even if they do get back Derrick Henry, there's no way he's going to be 100%. And until they tell me otherwise, right now they're missing Julio Jones. So there goes that. As far as the Giants go, That to me is going to be a ass whooping. I could see the Dolphins scoring at least 24 points, which is league average. As far as the Jets,
Alrighty then. Can you hear me better
uh,
now?
yes, I can. As far as the Jets go,
Right.
I could see it
Yes.
being another ass whooping. And as far as Mac Jones goes with the Patriots,
What
yeah, the
about
man
now?
crumbles. The man, you sound beautiful. The man crumbles like an
I
accordion when he sees a corner blitz.
I
So now back to our regularly scheduled program.
What up, everybody? I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Don't hate me. I love y'all. I definitely got to go through this real quick before we even start for sure, even though we kind of started already. I got to give a couple shout outs to some subscribers. If you have not subscribed yet, don't be shy. Join the game. Put yourself up in there. Join the club. Come hang out. So, shout out to Pirates Life for Me, BBB, Robert Gonzalez. Here we go. Here we go. Blake uh, Coltrane. If I screw it up, don't hate me. Fabian Reina. That's my cousin right there. What up, cousin? What up? Got to shout out the homie, you know. Mitch Godwin. And there's one more, I believe. Benjamin Viliami, if I got that right. So shout out to y'all. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Much, much appreciated for your support in here. I guess you like hearing and you like we talk a lot of trash. We're crazy. We're kind of nuts, but we're realistic. We're real. We curse. So if there's kids, parents, please don't watch because I'm not going to change the way that I talk just to make a show and whatever. I am who I am. You love me for what I do. You love all of us for what we do. So let's just get it out of the way. And there we go. Now, I don't know if you guys heard me before. A couple of the guys could not make it on today. Some had other things that had to do, other interviews, um, and like that. And then some had some family issues and all that good stuff. We're here today. I'm not going to miss from giving you guys a show. And we got a lot to talk about as far as this game goes that has just passed. Did Tua not look like a franchise quarterback? Don't lie to me, bro.
Yes, yes, he did.
Oh my God, he played phenomenal this game. I mean, if he was here, I would give him a kiss right now. I would give him a kiss. Tremendo game. I don't know if
You don't think that's going a little farther?
nah, bro, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Let
Listen, I don't know if it's because the offense is sinking, you know, a better now title. You saw the title to the video. Or is it Tua getting more comfortable? Will the ball go a little better? Or is it a play calling and they've opened up the book? Me your thoughts. Put it down in the comments. Show me what you think, or tell me what you think. Do you think that it's the offense is just kind of now starting to stick together? Everybody kind of knows what their job is. They get it done. They got to do it, and we're seeing the benefit of it. Or do you see it more as they've kind of opened up the playbook, and now you can see the difference of when they were holding to a back to when they're letting them just go? Y'all tell me. Put it in the comments. All right. I wrote down combination of everything. Yeah, you got that right. I think so too. I wrote down a bunch of notes during the game. Um, I'm very realistic. Okay. The game first started. Harlan got the interception. We got the touchdown right away. It all started good and gravy. Now, then you had
not to cut you off. Ennis is trying to get on the stream. He says he didn't get the link somehow. I don't know.
I'm gonna put the link down in the comments, so if you guys want to join in, you can. Give me a second here. Give me a second. And paste. There's the link. If you guys want to jump onto the channel. Let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's shoot the shit. All right. Secondly, one thing I really wanted to talk about, that get a lot for this was now. I will give you the first one. It hit him in the knees. It could have been if he was watching the ball come back to him, but what's the thing with the way the line is playing, he can't really take his eyes off the field to be able to catch the ball. So hit him. He could have caught it, should have caught it, but okay, the defense stopped him, converted that, and the second one, that was not Tua. Let's be serious here. I already got all the things on Twitter, all the things on social media with people saying, "Oh, you see, Tua suck. He can't even catch the ball from the center, this and that, whatever." Like, let's be realistic here. That ball was thrown at his ankles. The first one, I'll give to you. Okay, people make mistakes. It is what it is. The second one, no. I'm sorry to tell you. No.
To pick up the second one, Tua needed a pooper scooper.
Oh, for sure. Come on, bro. I mean, if he would have thrown it any lower, it would have been in somebody's on the Indian graveyard that's underneath our stadium. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro.
Yep.
One thing that I don't like was our secondary was playing lights out. Our secondary was playing lights out. It is what it is. They showed the same secondary that played last year, hands down. That secondary was phenomenal this game. I don't know if it had to do with the amount of pressure that Cam Newton was getting on in his face, or if it had to do with just the secondary just in their throats. I mean, they were in their throats. But the line was playing kind of average. The defensive line was playing kind of average to start the game. Were they not?
Yeah, they seemed like they took their time getting into the game. You're right.
Right? Didn't it seem that way? I feel like if they were actually playing like they did at the end of the game, they wouldn't have got any points. They wouldn't have got any points, if you ask me.
I think that was a miscommunication in coverage. I think X and Byron Jones were supposed to switch, and they didn't switch in time, or they didn't switch correctly, and that's why he got open down the field. But once they figured out what they were doing and how they were going to do it, yeah, it was a done deal.
Absolutely. I agree. Ennis, Cap, tell me what you think, bro.
What the hell? Nobody. What's up with the? Hey, the communication here sucks, bro. I forgot the memo. Somebody forgot the memo. Why are we doing two streams at the same time here? I'm going nuts, bro.
I have no idea. I don't know what happened.
They hogging up the Tobin time, bro.
That's okay, bro. That's okay. You know, I stick to my guns. It is what it is. I'm on here, and that's what it is. Yeah. What do you think about the defensive line start? Do you think off a little bit? Training?
You were breaking up. Who were you referring that question to?
Yeah, I couldn't tell who he was talking to.
I think that the D line played coverage in the beginning of the game, and then toward the end of the game, they kind of like turned it on.
That's fine. I'm at work, so let me just get mine in, and then I'm gonna listen. One, Cap probably gonna say I'm crazy, but statistically, we have the best quarterback in the AFC for the month of November. That's just what I want to start at with that. The offensive line did play better. Cap has been getting at me. I'm not on them no more. I want to see more. Like he says he want to see from Tua. I want to see more from the offensive line. So that's my
Yes.
rebuttal cap to that. When you say Tua, I agree with you. Remember, I always said you're right. I don't knock you for saying that, but you can't knock us for saying we want to see more from the offensive line. They
Nah,
was
no doubt,
playing
no
better.
doubt,
You've been
no
saying
doubt.
that, and I've been looking at it like yeah they have. But the thing is, they got the fourth best block rate, but we're still ranked bottom in running the ball. I'm not saying that's their fault because really block win rate they ranked seventh. I mean, so something Lindsey might be the cure, y'all. I think he might be the cure to why the running game is so bad. It might not have been off this line. Cap might have been on to something because before you came on, Chachi, I seen that on Twitter. I put it in our text, Cap, and when we get done, go look at it. It says their block win rate and run blocking is seventh ranked in the league. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are they running ranked 31st, 32nd, whatever? It probably went up after the last game, but we're still in the bottom five. So I thought about what Cat was saying, like it really ain't them because he's seeing something. So that stat made me think like Cat was seeing something. So he's on to something. I just want to see more because if you're winning on the run block rate, it got to improve as far as the running game. Somehow, something's got to give way. So
Something's weird, man. It's very
yeah,
weird the way
something's weird
this.
because they're not
Agreed.
averaging what the block rate is saying that they're in the top 10. So the running game should be better. Or they're just not running enough. I thought about that too. Statistically, we probably ain't handing it off as much. Last game we ran it more than we passed. So maybe it'll change. But
We are definitely
how do you
not
get up
running
to
the ball.
seven? Yeah, how do you get up to seven if you ain't running it? That's see what I'm saying? So I'm confused on that.
Yep. Yep.
But to me, Tua's showing me enough to in all the categories that make sense for a quarter. I ain't gonna say QBR, but if he breaks this completion percentage record, because all he needs is one to tie and one to break it, and the Giants, Jets, I think he can do it. And Tennessee and Saints in New England, come on, he has a shot. There's no discussion after that, y'all. If he breaks
No,
that
there's
record
not.
that nobody has ever done, I don't want to hear nothing. There's nothing for him to do.
Facts.
We have the wide receivers that have the most drops in the league, and he's still second in completion percentage. Come on. What are we talking
Facts.
about? What are
Facts.
we talking about? Imagine if the wide receivers caught half them passes. He would be number one and MVP voting. You can't say he wouldn't because
Well,
his
at the end,
statistics would be
well,
way higher if they caught half them passes, Big John. You see what I'm
that,
saying? He's having
that
deficiencies and still killing it.
give me a second. Not only that, you have to understand that he throws the ball at the third fastest rate in the NFL, and last game he literally was throwing the ball in 2.3 seconds. There's no way in hell if they're blocking, he's going to be able to throw the ball down the field in 2.3 seconds. Nobody runs a 2.340. So if you can't block, Dan Orlovsky said it
Right.
himself.
They're not
What
scheming.
would happen if you gave Tua an offensive line and competent offensive line and more receivers?
Yep. Yep.
They see
Absolutely.
it. That's what I'm saying. People that know football, that's not a Miami fan, that like Dan, like you can't deny what you're watching. You can say whatever. You can be a hater. That's you. But you cannot deny what you're seeing. Last year we didn't see this, so you can say whatever. We did not see this. We saw three and outs over and over. We was frustrated last year about the three and outs, the first drives, not getting nowhere. But he's killing that. But nobody forgot. Everybody forgot that last year those was issues. So if you ain't seeing that progress right there, period, you ain't trying to see nothing.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
But let me say
To
this.
us,
I'm gonna
thank.
listen. I gotta get back to work. A person
Definitely. I
said,
agree. Hey,
Bi-
thank you, Ennis,
hold
for
up.
coming on, bro. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem. Big John, you know what it is? Said he wants to see Tua throw 60-yard, 70-yard bombs, and then that'll convince him. Well, you don't want to look at nothing else. Like he's elite in the fourth quarter. They too young. So I'm done arguing with haters that don't that Madden fantasy. I'm done debating with them. Because that's what they're looking at, Cole. Because they can't go to their PlayStation and pull two out and make them throw 70 yards of water. The Madden is going off last year. The minimum games that he had,
Correct.
of course, his
Correct.
rating's gonna be low.
Madden,
Dummy.
Madden
If y'all so young and
2021,
smart,
2021
yeah, if
is
you
really
so
Madden
smart, y'all would
2020.
know that.
Damn
They not
millennial.
going. Yeah, they not going off this year. So that's why he's not looking good on Madden, you dummies. But I'm not into
Yep.
that. I'm into the real game. I want my team to win. And I've seen the Chad Henneys, the Brian, the Greasy. We have never had a quarterback of this caliber. And I'm not an Alabama fan. I'm a Hurricane fan to die. And I've seen that boy
Facts.
at halftime in the national championship game. And I said that boy has it. That's what
Yep.
made me like him. Now
Yep.
I'm not on the bandwagon because everybody else was. That game right there, halftime national championship game. I'm just watching the game. My team ain't in it, but I said, "Damn, this boy cold." Like, and
Facts.
then watched him from there. I'm like, we ain't getting him, and then we got him. I'm not off it, but I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna listen to y'all while I'm at work.
Just read the screen. Read the screen right here, and this will go to show you. This will go to show you if Tua's not the way that he should. I mean, he's playing phenomenal. He is playing
You
absolutely
gotta get
phenomenal.
you gotta give me two more of those, man. I mean, it's a week to week statistical type of battle we got going on here. Last 2 weeks, he wasn't even ranked in the top 25 as far as with QBR. Past 2 weeks, yeah, granted, he has boosted up his numbers. There's no denying that whatsoever. But you got to get out of the hole you put yourself in. I mean, we put ourselves in. I mean, I still haven't
I agree.
forgotten that.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree with
You
you.
know
I agree
what?
with you, Cap. He
I,
definitely he definitely
I
dug
have a
himself a hole,
solution.
but go ahead,
I
Cap.
have a solution. Get Lindsley, get Philip Lindsay to be the offensive line coach, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, no. At this point, we need to find out what Studsville is made of. Because Studsville right now, like I was telling you the other day, you're gonna have what 6 running backs in that running back room right now. You better figure it out now more than ever. Because if you got a guy coming off the streets almost outrunning your starter, you need to figure out right now because December's coming up, and that's when you're supposed to run the ball, and you need to
Dude,
figure out
you,
who it is.
you know what it is that they're different types of runners. Lindsay is
Yeah,
give the ball, he puts his foot in the ground and goes. Gaskin
yeah,
kind of hesitates a little bit because he's trying to okay, I'll go. Lindsley doesn't second guess, he just goes, and that's why he gets 5 yards every even though the line is plugged, he still gets 5 yards. He puts his shoulder down, he keeps his head up, he plants his foot, and he goes. That's the
yeah. And
difference.
that's one thing that people don't want to hear either, as far as when it comes to like the New England love fest and their style of play. But we all know, like those guys rotate backs like there's no tomorrow. Even if they have a starter that's supposed to be a starter,
Facts.
those guys just rotate their backs like crazy. So it's like, if Lindsey can run the ball, that's great, man. But you know that our style of play is, you know, you know, pretty much predicated on catching as well. And that's one thing we need to figure out too is how do we get these guys involved in the passing game, knowing that we're down 3 receivers.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And let me tell you, Tua knew the matchup on this game, what was gonna work for him, and the matchup that he had against Waddle against whoever was guarding him. What was his name? God, I can't remember now. But he was burning him
What,
all
Gilmore?
game. No, 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 no. Whoever Waddle was playing against in this game for Carolina, the corner that was guarding Waddle, he was getting torched all game. All game, he was getting torched. It's just
Yep.
ridiculous. Waddle, Tua knew he was watching the field. He knew exactly where to put that ball. That ball that he threw in stride to Waddle was a thing of fucking beauty, bro. That was a thing of fucking beauty. Anybody that tells me different, it's fucking blind. They really are. People been waiting and been saying the same thing. Oh, he doesn't throw you in stride. He doesn't throw you in stride. Let me tell you, that pass him over
breaking up again.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Now you're not. For some reason, it's momentary.
Really?
It's not happening now, but it happened earlier.
Oh my God, this is killing me, bro. But right?
Yeah, it's either C.J. Henderson or Stephon Gilmore, but regardless, both of those guys didn't really do anything yesterday. That's good. That's a good notation as far as the amount of wide receiver depth that we had for Sunday's game. For that secondary not to produce.
Absolutely. But there was that they shut down Gesicki. They shut down Gesicki. They didn't want Gesicki getting that ball. Okay. And so what they did was that open. If you notice, this game, and last game too, he was starting to throw the ball to everybody. He's spreading the ball all over the field. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah, no. The release time that everybody's in love with is finally starting to pay off when it comes to, the critics, and I'm guilty of it, of saying, what the hell is good in being second and eluding pressure when you're not getting any results. And if you're not eluding pressure and you're stepping in the pocket and not fearing the pocket, dismantling, that means that you're either healthy or you just, your nuts dropped. Sorry to say, but to see that type of, no fear when the pocket is collapsing is a growth that we're seeing in this kid that I like. Like finally getting upset at the line, finally, showing true emotion. That's something that you need, with this type of team that's pretty much lost right now. You need somebody to step up and be a leader. And and it can't be, it can't be a situation where he's not the captain no more. No, F that, man. It comes with the territory. You are the leader right now, and right now he's playing like it.
He's proving himself is what it is.
Yeah.
He's just not going to go out there and just take it because he's the quarterback. He wants to prove himself to be the captain of that team. That's what it is. And I applaud him for that. For not just to go out there and say, "Well, I'm the head quarterback, so I should be the captain. I'm going to be the captain." Instead, he's like I said, I'm going to earn it from you guys.
Yeah, it's been like I said, it's been weird to the point now where, if it was any other team, any other type of person, like they would be like, "F it, I'm just, I'm folding it in and collecting a paycheck." But now, man, like I said, if Flores is going to be defined by this team floats, with Tua. So if Tua, like they've been saying, Flo can't do it without Tua, Tua can't do it without Flo. Unfortunately, that's the situation we're in right now, where both of these guys, the more they do better, they both are going to look. Chris Greer look even more better. So it's like, all the talks about getting rid of the front office and all this other stuff, all that stuff. I mean, like right now we're doing the freaking flip flop mambo right now in Miami, man. It's just one week after the other, and I like it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, when we start to like boost up the expectations of this team, that's when things start to get real hairy in Miami, man. It's like if we float under the radar, we do very, very well for some strange reason. But once we start putting hype into these guys, that's when you fall into a trap game, and that's what I'm kind of like nervous about.
Yep. But you know what? I think Flores kind of keeps them down to earth and doesn't let them get ahead of themselves. Because if you notice, Flores is always game to game, one game.
That's one thing that we've always took that for granted, the one game at a time deal. But the one thing that I still don't like is when the outside noise, and we're guilty of it as well, when we start to put our 2 cents in. But like I said, when these players have their camps speaking for them, as opposed to for them speaking for themselves, that's why I don't really like the conflict going in, man. Like I said, when we started like gauging the needle, saying that Flores lost the locker room, and at the same time saying that Tua wasn't handling the pressure when throwing the deep ball, like. Yeah, I get it with the patience level in Miami. We right now the patience level for us is on a very, very thin line. But it's like when you get other people from the organization having their camp speak for them, it makes things even worse. You know what I mean? And for them just to say Flores lost the locker room in week 4, that was kind of premature as well. So I mean, it's just right now the way things are working with the free agents stepping up, the draft class starting to step up right now. It's just very, very strange, man, for this not to happen off the rip. And right now, like I said, man, we need to take advantage of these next 2 games. What's pissing me off the most is the Raiders and the Colts game, because we know that these guys need to lose, but unfortunately, like they're both in divisions right now where both of their divisions are pretty much taking up all the wild card spots.
Correct. But that doesn't mean that we cannot make it.
No, I mean mathematically, and from what we see on Sunday, like I was telling you guys on Sunday, man, all I want to see is my name on that scroll when it comes down to the last games of the 4 o'clocks, and they say that who's in the hunt and who's not in the hunt. And right now we in that scroll, man.
Another thing I wanted to talk about. Did you guys notice the difference in penalties on this game? Did you guys notice the discipline that they had this game?
Yeah, but that's one thing that and I don't know if John wants to touch on this, man, but for me, we just can't keep using the referees as a buyout. You know what I mean? We need to do like what we've been doing the past couple of games. Score more than 20 points a game. Like I've been saying all season, if you score more than 24 points a game, you can be in any type of situation where you can fight for that last playoff spot if you produce points. And like magically, the past couple of games, we're producing points.
I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is, do you not see that? Do you see the difference in the discipline that Flores has instilled between last week and this week of the penalties? They didn't get a penalty. Yeah. I wrote it down here. They didn't get a penalty till the second quarter with 3 minutes and 23 minutes and 20 seconds. That's penalty. For 2 quarters, 0 penalties for 0 yards. That was incredible compared to the game before. I mean, every 6 downs, you had a flag going out. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, so the discipline that Coach Flores is putting on them is working out. It's definitely working out. I mean, you can see the difference in the Dolphins on this game 100%. Another thing I wanted to go over, I'm noticing that Tua is starting to capitalize a lot more on the mistakes that others give him. The turnovers. Tua capitalized on these turnovers that he got. And I think that's an incredible asset to have. You know, that's a great achievement to be able to get turnovers from your defense to capitalize on that 100%. I feel like by the end of that second quarter going into halftime, we went all the way down the field. And if it wasn't for that low snap, I believe that we would have scored and had an extra 7 on the board. Another thing I wanted to talk about, how do you guys feel about that 1 second left on the clock bullshit that they pulled? Big John, I want to hear it, bro. Give me that. Big John, can you hear me? He's ghost. He left. Either that or he froze. Anyways, I don't know. That's kind of like iffy to me. That whole thing that happened. That put 1 second on the clock. I don't see how that goes. If somebody can explain to me a little better on how that got that extra on the clock. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get how that. I've never seen that before. The ball's just going all over the ground, being kicked around, this, that, whatever. And it just, 1 second on the clock. What? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking nuts? That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. Um, in the first half, I'm gonna give you guys some stats here. In the first half, time of possession. This is just the first half. The time of possession, 12 minutes and 53 seconds for Carolina. Miami had 17 minutes and 7 seconds. That is how you play football. That is how you keep from putting points on the board. That is how you do it. That is how you control the game to be able to make sure that you win and you pull off the win. That was incredible. The way that they shut down Christian McCaffrey, awesome. Mind you, he did get hurt or whatever, or rolled it, or whatever excuse you want to, you guys want to give to him, that he rolled his ankle or this, that, or whatever. The guy wrapped it up and went back out there. So obviously he wasn't hurting that bad. But we shut down Cam Newton and we shut down McCaffrey. Go back last week's video, said the keys. I think we all kind of said this about the same thing. The keys to victory against Carolina, and the two major ones was shutting down Cam Newton from him being able to run, and shutting down Christian McCaffrey. And I think the Dolphins did exactly that, and they did it beautifully. Of course, there's always something negative to say about every game. Of course, you're going to have the haters that are going to say, oh, well, this and that. They're going to start nitpicking and back and forth and all that good stuff or whatever. But all in all, the Dolphins had a hell of a game. They played a hell of a game. They killed it. They absolutely killed this game. They looked like an actual football team this game. I don't know if it had to do with how bad Carolina was. I don't know if it had to do with how shutting them down, that it offense a big spark to play the way that they did. But either way, I think that it was a team effort. I think the offense being on the field for the amount of time that they were controlling the game gave the defense all the breathers, the breathing that they needed, all the drinking that they needed. So every time when they hit that field, they were ready to go and ready to give it 100%, and they were 100% every time they touched that field. I think that it was a well-rounded team win. The offense did what they needed to do. The defense did what they needed to do. The interception, the two interceptions by Holland, one interception by Howard that he baited him. I don't know if you guys seen the replay on that. He baited Cam Newton bad, real bad. Holland,
But Chachi, real quick, I snuck off the floor. But if you think about it, if the defense played the way they played in the Carolina-Baltimore game, in the Jacksonville-Atlanta game, you see what I'm saying?
Where we are right now. Absolutely.
Right. That's why I was trying to get Cap to understand those games. Like the offense did. Tua put up 300 yards them games. Like he balled out those games, but the defense lost it. That's why nobody remembers those games. You see what I'm saying? Like the kicker, Jason Sanders, costing us on kicks. It shouldn't have came down to him on kicks. It was games we scored over 24 points, but we lost by 3 or whatever to the Jags. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever to Atlanta. Like it was times we met the average in points, even with the offense struggling.
Definitely. Estefan,
So if the defense
get up here, Estefan.
If the defense balls out,
I'll drop it again. Get up here.
If the defense balls out in the Jacksonville Atlanta game, we got those are 2 extra wins.
I agree,
bro. They hogged up all the Tobin time, bro.
Man, I left.
Hey, let them do it, bro. That's all right. Let them do it. It's all right. It's all good.
What the hell's going on here, man?
He texted me. He texted me and told me they had to get on a little earlier because they had some things to do or whatever. I told him, yeah, that's fine. Do your thing, whatever. I'm still gonna run the show at 8:30, and it's all good. He's all right, no problem. They're gonna jump on after, so it's all good. As the Finn, I can't. There's too many 2-on-ears. Get out of here. No, Estefan, I want you to get up here. I want you to get up here for real. This ain't got nothing to do with a 2-on-ear. I want you to get up here and I want you to tell me that Tua did not play lights out. That Tua did not look like a franchise quarterback. That's what I'm talking
Me and
about. Just
Cat
kidding.
wanted
Give
to
me a
talk
few.
to Tobin though. That was right, huh, Cat?
Yeah. Just kidding. Give me a few.
Man, we got bamboozled.
Hey, that's all right, Cap. I ain't worried about it, bro. Things
Now,
happen,
hold on.
bro.
Let me go bitch
Everything
at them. I'm
happens.
going to go bitch at them. I'll be back.
Cap is a trip. Cap is a trip, bro. Hey, listen, guys. I'm not worried about it. I appreciate everybody that came on the street and is here to football to jump on. I want you guys to get on. I want to talk to you guys. I want to know what you guys feel. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear it. The link is in the comments. Don't be scared. Okay? Don't be scared and jump up on here. I want to see it. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to do anything like that. To jump on here, you can put it so the camera comes off. You don't have to put your name on there, nothing like that. I just want to hear where you guys are coming from. I want to know what you guys see because I see everybody. Okay, I can put a picture on the wall. Okay, and everybody can look at it and come up with a different idea or a different feeling. Everybody will have a different feeling of the picture. Was it angry? Was he happy? Was he sad? Was he shy? You understand what I'm saying? Everybody would have a different opinion or a different feeling about something. So I love to hear from other people on what they feel or what they hear or what they see coming from the Dolphins. Because in all reality, you want to grab everybody's opinion and put it all together and to come up with one single one.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think everybody will have a different conclusion based on what they see. But at the end of the day, Tua did what Tua does. You leave him open, he's gonna hit him in stride, and he's gonna hit him for yardage. I just think, like I said, if you give him an offensive line, what would he do? That's what I want to know. I mean, supposedly there's a good possibility this week. They said it last week that Will Fuller plays. I know we don't want to count on Will Fuller, but Will Fuller changes the dynamic of the offense just because he runs a 4-3. So, that changes the way that.
I want you to realize something too. The fact that Will Fuller has not been playing, you have to think if you don't do something for a long time, do you not get rusty? If you go to the gym every day for a year, you guys work out, this and that, and then all of a sudden you don't go for 4 months, do you think that you can still lift 300? Or do you think now you're better off doing 250, 280?
I agree with you. I just don't think you can teach 4-3. He doesn't necessarily have to get the ball. It's just being on the field. So
absolutely, just the fact that he just create separation.
The fact that the threat is there. What would Josh Allen do if Stephon Diggs wasn't on the field? Because everybody talks about, oh yeah, the Bills beat the Dolphins. Yeah, but they played a Dolphin team that was depleted at the wide receiver position based on what we were thinking we were going to see at the beginning of the year.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I tell you what, if the Bills played against the team that played against the Miami Dolphins that we seen on this past game against Carolina, I think that'd be a different story. I think we would hold the Bills again to no points, and Tua would murder them all over that field. That's my opinion.
I can't say I disagree with you. Especially because didn't they lose their cornerback?
Who?
I think White's out for the year, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
Mike White.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson
Z-Man,
back
what
playing.
up? What up, Z-Man? What up? Long time, baby.
Yeah, man. I'll be looking for you on Larry channel. I won't be seeing you. I won't be seeing Big John no more either, man.
Yeah. Well, we got our own thing. You know, we got this going on here, and what it is I don't have a lot of time to be jumping onto Larry's channel. You know, Larry starts at 3:00 or something like that. I'm at work, bro.
Yeah.
I'm at work.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I feel you though.
And then I do AC for a living, so it's not like I sit at a desk and I can hear in or chime in or anything like that. So you know, it's hard for me to jump onto Larry's channel. If Larry would do it later, I would love to jump onto Larry's channel.
Oh yeah, I understand, but like when you guys be coming on, I usually be asleep, so I be mid-nap.
Now sleep I'm up at 8:00. So. You sleeping?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I take my nap.
Rookie.
Now I'm up all night. I'm with it.
Come on, rookie.
Nightlife, baby. I'm only 22. I can stay up forever.
So you know what, Z, I want to hear from you, bro, because I haven't heard from you in a little while. What do you think about the Dolphins and the growth that they have been coming to?
Hey,
Z-Man on pimp hours. I just had to say that.
Yeah, man. The job requires it. But yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it, man. You love to see everybody developing. I always said I don't know why people get so mad about the offensive line thing. Like the offensive line is the offensive line. Like we can't change who they are. I mean, they're all right. They're getting better, but they went from horrible to bad. Like, is that what we're saying that we want? Like we want Tua to be damn near elite, but we don't want the offensive line to be salvageable. We don't want our offensive line to be good enough that we can depend on them. Like,
well, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. I think the offensive line still obviously does need help.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're perfect. I like how they're developing as well. I'm not gonna say they're all bad. Austin Jackson isn't gonna beat across the head no more. That's a good sign to see.
Well, Davis needs to go. Davis just needs to go.
Oh yeah, Davis needs to go.
He needs to go. I don't understand why Flo just keeps putting him out there.
Who? Well,
Flo. I don't get it.
They don't want to put Robert Hunt back at right tackle. So who else are you gonna really put out there? I think this
anybody. He's getting beat anyway. So anybody that you put there.
Anybody is better than Jesse Davis or Austin Jackson. Even though Austin Jackson is playing better, I'd rather have Michael Dieter at left guard than Austin Jackson. But that's not going to happen. So, I mean, we just got to accept what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like Jackson can be serviceable. Maybe next year when he get physically stronger, he's going to be a lot better. I don't think he's going to be a tackle, but I'm glad he found someplace on the offensive line to be that he can actually have a future. So at least the pick doesn't look that bad at the end of the day. But,
I mean, if it was me, I would put Reader at right guard, leave Dieter at center, and put, Robert Hunt at right tackle. That to me makes the most sense.
I agree.
I agree.
I would love to see Hunt at tackle. I would love to see him at tackle. Because I think that's what he played in college anyways, wasn't it? He played tackle.
He played tackle and guard, but it was both on the right side, so either one works for me.
Yeah, I would love to see Hunt at tackle. Move Davis to the inside. I mean, he's big enough anyways. You know what I mean? I mean, after the run that Hunt gave us, and almost could have given us that touchdown. And could have given us that touchdown. I think that he deserves to be at tackle now. That's like Big John running through that line to get that touchdown.
I mean, I'm just saying it like this. Let's put it from this perspective. If you put Jesse Davis at right guard instead of right tackle, you eliminate the fact that motherfucker cannot kick slide. He cannot slide.
How about we just get him off the field? Let's put Solomon McKinley back there.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is if the man cannot kick out and get to where he has to get to, if you put him in a phone booth and stick him between two players, he doesn't got to move.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
I mean,
But it's still
Coleman's
gonna move a little bit because you'll have the the bubble screen
yeah,
on the
yeah.
safety
I
screen.
understand where you're coming from, but at least he's not getting beat right off the snap.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
You know, that man got beat last week so bad he didn't even move.
Yeah. If you notice, you see the all that pressure is coming from Davis's side.
Nah, we can't say all of it. It's just coming from the tackles in general. Neither of the tackles are fast enough. Like if Liam was on the right side, he might be better. But him being on the left side, he's going against the premier pass rushers, which are totally faster than him, and he has no chance. You remember
Well, I
that
think
Philip Lindsay
Liam played left
that
tackle in college,
the kid that
anyways.
got like 58 yards. Philip Lindsay had to help Liam Eichenberg because he just got beat.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys agree that we've done all the shuffling we can do these past couple of 8 games with these linemen and these guards so
I
far?
don't agree.
I don't think they're gonna change the linemen no more.
No. They're the move to make, as much as we like Robert Hunt at right guard because he's an all pro in my opinion at that position. He can grow into that. That man needs to be at right tackle right now, and you would take either Reeder or you would take Jesse Davis or Solomon Kennedy and stick him at right guard and eliminate Jesse Davis completely from the line or eliminate him from having a kick slide because that man cannot move laterally.
Yep.
He just can't.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think as far as Smite and his productivity? Well, now they're using him more with like these freaking like Travis Kelce type of like direct snaps under the center type of deal, and him pass blocking as well. Do you see the 12-man personnel being more of a vocal point right now if we're gonna run the game? Are these tight ends finally gonna start stepping up and help the O-line now?
I think they will, but I also think, not to cut off Z-Man or anybody else real quick, I do think that it would be better if we saw what we have in Hunter Long. I just think he's a threat down the field that, as much as we like Shaheem and as much as we like Gesicki and all that, I just think he adds a different element to the offense. And we haven't seen him all year.
Yep.
I
He's gonna
think
be
if
matched
we
up against the
see,
linebackers like we want Gesicki. He's really like what we want Gesicki to be, but Gesicki will never be what Hunter Long can be.
I want to see.
Right,
I
John?
want to
That's
see.
what you're saying.
I want to see Long on the field. I want to see what he can do.
He was on the field. This
Yeah,
week.
but he was blocking. He was basically blocking.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that's a good,
Hunter Long.
that's a good
They
step.
picked up Hunter Long, and I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to give you some stats here real quick. They picked up Hunter Long because he's like another Gesicki. He's got hands that are magnets to the football. You understand what I'm saying? And he can block. That's why they picked up Long. But we haven't been able to see Long out on the field because we have Smythe and what's the other guy?
Shaheem.
Shaheen. Right. If we didn't have one of them, we'd see Hunter Long more on the field. You understand what I'm saying?
let me say this. If Smite continues what he did in the last 2 games, the rest of the
He's gonna get
season,
resigned.
y'all can kiss Mike Gesicki goodbye. I'm just telling you now, because Hunter Long is going to stay. I'm telling you can kick Mike Gesicki goodbye. If Mike continues to develop and balls out, you can kiss Mike Gesicki goodbye.
I think that's why they haven't given Gesicki his contract.
Well, at the end of the day,
with Hunter Long.
I don't think with the way it's going that they're going to get rid of Gesicki. What I think they're going to do is they're going to franchise Gesicki for another season, get rid of Smite or Shaheem, one of those 2 guys, preferably. Get rid of Shaheem and let Hunter Long take his snaps and play if he can show that he develops. And if you have Gesicki out there with Hunter Long, that changes the entire dynamic because that pass that you threw last week that he caught and the pass they threw against the Jets, you know, to the in the first quarter to the tight end, if that pass is thrown to Hunter Long, he scores.
Oh, 100%.
So then let me ask you this: would you transition or franchise tag Agba? Because if you do one of that to Agba,
I don't think there's a
I mean,
transition
Gesicki's
tag.
gonna have to pick. I mean, what was that? I'm sorry.
I don't think there's a transition tag no more. I think it's just franchise.
Well, I mean, I think there is when it comes to the involvement of Gesicki. I mean, we can do either one with Gesicki, but if we do transition, we got to make sure that we get compensation back. I mean, we have to have at least enough to match the compensation that the other team is offering. But if you want to pay Agba, I think by paying Agba on the cheap, you have to franchise tag him to keep him at least, because one of those guys is going to walk. You're right. One of those guys is not staying.
I
Right.
think they franchise
I
Ogba.
think Agba is more valuable than Gesicki right now.
I think they franchise
Definitely.
tag Ogba because they want to get younger. So they're going to draft for the young guy and let Ogba play one more year under that franchise tag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because if
think
Phillips keeps
Agba
playing
on
like
one
that,
side, I think Agba on one side and Jalen Phillips on the other is the dream team for the D ends right there. That is the dream team right there. We cannot get rid of Agba. We need Agba. I mean, look at that. Look at the game. In that game, he had how many batted balls? We have
he's
3 in
got
that
8 so
game. 3
far.
batted balls. Come on, bro. Phillips had 3 sacks in that one game, dude. And you can check the receipts because you can go back to my videos and you can see all the receipts that I've said. That I don't think Greer is the problem. Greer has picked up good players. I think the development of the players is what the problem is. The coaches haven't been developing the players properly because Greer has picked up very good players. All 3 draft picks that he has picked has been phenomenal players for us. Name one that hasn't.
Esther, what you think, Esther?
What's up? What's up? Well, that's not a
Yo,
loaded
I like
question, but
that
it's
picture
not
you
a
got up there with Canelo,
what's up?
boy.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Ya valió verga esta conversación porque vamos a hablar de pinche Tua, right?
Órale, güey.
Hey, no, I think Greer is on a week to week basis. His job has been saved for the most part. On the offensive side, man, there hasn't been a whole lot of besides Tua and Waddle, and maybe Hunt. You know, yeah, that's good. That's good enough core on one side of the ball, to be honest. It's kind of, I think they need to just stop screwing around with these young guys and get some veterans on that offensive line.
I
At
agree.
least one. At
I
least
think
one,
with
man.
that big old cap that they got coming up for next year, they need to use
Yeah.
some of that. Grabbing some good veterans.
Not
Yeah,
just one. They
yeah.
need to
So
get
that
two.
that that seg that segues into earlier when y'all were talking, you asked me to come on.
Yeah,
What I
I
think
think
about
that.
Tua.
Oh yeah. But real quick, I want to just add this. I think that they need to grab a veteran guard and a veteran tackle to be able to show the younger guys what to do. Whether it's just for a year, even if it's just a 1 year contract.
Well, I think you can still draft a guard. I would like a veteran tackle. I would agree with you on that one. I don't think it's a must that you get there's always going to be guards in the draft, man. And we got a lot of
Oh,
guys right
true.
now. We got a lot of guys now that we can put at guard. You got Dieter, you got what's his name? Austin Jackson. I don't think hopefully he don't go back to tackle. You got Hunt. Hunt can play both sides. So, you got 3 guys right there now. They just
Yeah.
they just need the reps. So, I don't yeah, you could always get better. You could always get you another guard in the draft, but that tackle position, man, they need to they need to get somebody that's on another level already. I
Yeah,
got to
because
be
as
honest.
much as we dog Jesse Davis, and rightfully so, but the man ends up back on the field every game. I don't know how he does it.
I,
He
I
got
think
Brian
I think
Flores. He
I
got
like
Brian
Jesse
Flores with a
Davis,
gun
man.
on his
I
gun in
think
his
I
head.
think his contract is why they're going to get rid of him. But up until he started getting injured, he was fine. He was pretty consistent. I can't hate too much. Jesse's a Dolphin, and I can't speak too negative. I like Jesse Davis, man. I can't be too
let,
negative on
let me
that
tell you
guy.
something. When we had Brandon Albert and we had the bong mask guy, I forget his name.
Larry Tunsil.
Let me
Yeah, when we
Tunsil.
had Tunsil and we had Brandon Albert, Albert got hurt at one point and we weren't ready to put Tunsil in there. I've seen Jesse Davis at left tackle, and I've seen him already whiff 2 times this season on the right side. Just let the man play inside, man. At this point, man, because if I'm
100%.
if I'm afraid of seeing what happens on the left side with him on there, as opposed to what's been going on with him on the right side, I mean,
I think he's.
why can't he play
I
guard?
They're not gonna
I don't
change.
know, man.
They're not
I
gonna.
think he's just
They're not
beat
gonna
right
change anything
now.
about the whole line this year. This is what
What
they're
I
going for
what
the rest of the year.
what they need to do is get their future swing tackle in place. Is what they need to do. We need that
Yep.
other Jesse Davis, whoever that's going to be. I don't know. I agree with what Big John was saying earlier, and I've been telling me and Ian were talking about this a long time ago, man. When we were having struggles at the beginning of the season, Robert Hunt, man, he's our best option at right tackle right now this season.
Facts.
So
Facts.
they need to move him back.
I think they need to move Davis inside
You
the
know,
guard because
He
he's a
trimmed
big
down.
guy
He
anyways.
looks.
He's a
hey,
Yeah.
very
hey,
big guy anyways.
Hunt,
So
have y'all noticed
that's a fantastic guard, and he knows
Hunt?
how to run block.
Hunt looks. He looks like he trimmed down this year. He looks more mobile. I think he can do it.
I think
You
so
know what I
too,
hey,
mean?
bro. You seen the shake that you seen him break them ankles, bro. You seen that?
hey.
Would
If we
you?
get back to seven
That
and
guy's
seven,
still
they're
laying
gonna
on the floor
after
there.
that bye week, they're gonna change him. They might put Robert Hunt back to guard. I mean tackle. That's when I think they're
I
gonna
think
do it.
you know
They
what
they can't
I
just do
agree
it.
with you on
They can't
that.
just do it during the this win streak right now because they're messing with continuity. If they get like 2 weeks of preparation to practice, and then they go against the sorry Jets, which I know Robert Hunt's gonna punch every defensive lineman in the mouth. Like it can't be done right now. I think the best,
I
like I
like
said, I
that.
think the best guard we can have is Michael Dieter at left guard. But I mean, if they move Michael Dieter back to guard, I mean center, I'm fine with that. And hey, give Robert Jones some run. We paid him 133,000 dollars, the most for an undrafted rookie this year. You might as well give him some run. And he wasn't
Who
that bad in
was?
preseason either.
I
Might
think
as well.
he shows potential is what he is.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think he shows potential, so they gave him a shot. I think he's going to get a shot before the season's over.
I hope so.
It
I
could
hope
it
so.
could it could come after that. That'd be nice if they snuck him in there right there after that bye, like Z-Man said. They'd be smart. You
That's
I
can't,
facts.
mean,
That's
yeah.
Dieter's
facts.
not
At this
durable
point,
right
why not?
now.
Mm-mm.
As much as we all root for him. I mean, damn,
They
he's just not durable.
Omar Kelly said
So
he's not really looking like really good at practice yet either.
Dieter,
Yeah.
uh,
Wow.
He said
Was
he's
that
like
said?
moving, but it ain't really like how Dieter
Was
was
that
looking at
said
the first
though,
week of the
or
season.
these are just speculations?
No, that's what he said on the Big O show. So you know he go to every practice. You know, I don't take a lot of stuff he say seriously, but I mean when it comes to like this type of stuff, other than that Jalen Waddle limping thing, other than that
Oh,
Jalen
come
Waddle
on.
limping
You
thing,
know, he just had a pimp limp, bro. That's all it
yeah, he had a
was.
Yeah,
pimp.
no, but he's always have the magnifying glass on the O line for years. So if he
Yeah.
sees something changing, you'll be damn sure you'll hear from him.
Mm-hmm.
they're just
Facts.
developing, man. I think they're in the same situation, and now people are saying this, but I've been saying this. They're in the same situation as Tua. These guys are developing. It's just a matter of patience. Like
Yep.
Tua, last week, he did some stuff that, I was talking to one of the homies earlier. He just did some stuff in that Panther game that, I hadn't seen him do since he's been a Dolphin.
Yeah,
The
bro.
fact
He
that
stayed in the pocket. Like I was saying earlier, I felt like the
and,
presence of him in the
and
pocket. He's showing no fear in the pocket. He's finally trusting the line as down as they are, but he's staying in the pocket at least. He's not running
I,
when he's supposed to run though.
I'll be honest, it
Yeah, man,
was
I
a little
wanted to
bit.
start running
I'm
back
not
a
gonna
little.
say argumentative the conversation, but we weren't exactly seeing eye to eye. I think we just to to just go ahead and reiterate my side of what I was trying to say was I just got to be honest. At the beginning of the season, besides the scripted plays that Tua had at the beginning of the first half and the second half, he was struggling situationally, and that's why I was put in the right context. And I get killed for it. They say I'm a hater. Situationally, Tua hasn't been good when we needed him on third down, in scoring drives. Like you can put up all the numbers that you want for Tua. Statistically, he's going to look good. But if you're just watching the film, watching the game when it matters, he wasn't coming through. I just got to be honest. It's what it is. And he didn't look the part either. He didn't even, to me, he didn't look like an NFL quarterback. I just got to be honest.
Yeah, no, the
But,
third down conversion ratio was horrible past
but,
2 seasons.
so the Jets game happened, and I gave him credit because it's still an NFL defense, and y'all know, regardless if they're ranked 31st as a defense, I think they were 31st going into that game. You can't take that game lightly, and you got to give Tua credit because of the fact that it was a divisional opponent. And anytime you play somebody in your division, it's huge and it means something. You're going to face them more than once, so it's not going to get any easier for him against the Jets the second time around. It should actually be harder for him. But he needs to be if Tua is going to be the guy that we want him to be, he's going to have to step up and meet that challenge. But so I just want to go ahead and wrap up with what I saw last week. The difference that I've seen situationally, we had played our, I would say, most complete game of the season, and it was complimentary football, and Tua had a lot to do with it. It wasn't just the scripted plays from the beginning of the game and coming out of the second half. Tua was actually converting on third downs. I don't know if people paid attention, but we were actually converting on second downs to get a first down. And so another thing that stood out to me, well, he was consistent.
And mind you,
And
the Panthers are ranked second against
yeah,
pass
and so
defense.
there's a lot of stuff that I was thrown at privately that this was a big game for Tua to show and prove himself because of the fact that, yeah, I don't know if y'all knew, but the Panthers had allowed the second least yardage total,
Yeah.
right behind the Bills. It's the Bills, the Panthers, and then it's the Patriots. They were number two. And so this was Tua's redemption game because he had played tougher opposition. The team, you could say, wasn't together. Coaching strategy, they weren't utilizing their personnel the correct way. There's a lot of blame to go around it. You can't just blame Tua, but just from what I saw, he was consistent for 4 quarters. I know a lot of the passes weren't long, but to be able to do that for 4 quarters, that's not easy. You got to give him credit for that, and you also got to give him credit for the fact that he looked like an NFL quarterback. So I give him credit for that. It's a 2 games that he's on this streak of consistency, and that's all that I've asked. That before I can like co-sign that I want him to be my quarterback. So it's 2 games. I want to see him continue this for the rest of the season because y'all know if you find your franchise QB when you know that this guy's going to perform week to week, year to year. That's what the Dolphins are looking for. That's what I'm waiting. That's why I can't go all in right now, but he's going in the right direction. I can't hate on what he's doing. So, you know,
Wow.
props to Tua.
Should I record this? What you're saying?
Man, you can, bro. But I mean, Pete said the same shit earlier. We're just being objective, bro. We're not. I don't think Pete's a hater either, bro. Pete said the exact
No,
same
no,
shit.
no.
I said it, and then Pete came on and said it on TD show, and it almost sounded like we said the same thing, bro. But I just think he's being objective, man. But everybody's killing. I think he said something before that about Cam, and I think everybody was pissed. I don't know what he said, but I heard Batman talking about it. I don't. I'm not. That's a whole nother subject. But from what I've heard, from what Pete has said, he's right. He's basically saying the exact same thing that I'm saying. We might have the same take because hey, we're Dolphin fans and we want to win, bro. But
Right.
I heard objectivity from what that guy was saying, man. So he pretty much said the exact same. You just got to realize if you have a football mind and you appreciate the game, he did it for 4 quarters. You got to give him his props. So I can't hate on what he did. So I don't have no negative to
Absolutely.
say.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you. And thank you. That was awesome. I can't believe you said that, Estefan. Can't believe you
Well,
said that. But you know
just
what?
to
It's the
piggyback,
truth. You gotta give props
just
where it's due.
just to
It's like
piggyback
this.
on that. I want to
Okay, go
piggyback on
ahead.
that
Go
because
ahead.
do
Go
you
ahead.
guys feel like this is the first game that he's had, being that it was an all-around complimentary football game? But do you feel that this was a game that Tua had a complete game?
Yeah, he did.
Um,
It was for two. He threw over 200 yards against the second best, in my opinion. I think that was one of the top secondaries in the league. You got to give him his props. You just be a
What
hater,
yeah,
you
but
about
I
know.
feel like
what
this
about
is
New
the.
England's
I feel like
in the
this is
first week?
Tua's best all-around performance.
See, the inconsistencies weren't there in the New England game, man. I wasn't a fan of that game. I got to be
Yeah,
honest.
we didn't score 20 points in that game. This game, at least we
Right.
showed up with more than
Yeah,
24
yeah, yeah.
points.
And don't
I'm
forget,
not. I'm not
Tua
saying I'm.
scored. He scored coming out the gate in the first and the second half, but after
Mhm.
that, it's a big deal when you're converting on third down and picking up first downs because your defense isn't going back out there. You know what I mean? You're
Correct.
what you're doing when you're picking up first downs is you're flipping the field. You're
Absolutely.
making them have to drive longer drives to attempt to score,
Which
and
is
it
why,
benefits your
listen,
defense.
But Esco, you know what's.
hear me
Oh,
out,
sorry.
though. Which is why the defense shut down Carolina because just in the first half, and I'm going to give you these stats real quick. This is just the first half. Time of possession. Carolina, 12 minutes. The Dolphins, 17 minutes. 17 minutes. In other words, the Dolphins defense was on the sideline drinking apple juice
For most of the
about
game,
80% of the time.
man.
You
And that's the
understand?
way it should
So
be.
The,
every time they came out on the field, they were 100% ready to go and shut them down every time.
You
can
want
I
them to
say
be
this
sprinters,
about the
Chachis.
offense as well?
You
You
want them
want to
to be
know?
sprinters, bro.
Sorry.
You don't want it to
You,
be a marathon for the defense.
you know what I noticed too as well. That's the difference between these last
Hey,
couple
you know what,
games.
Estefan? I
They're
like that
sticking.
analogy.
Uh,
Go
they're
ahead. I
they're
don't mean to
sticking.
cut you off. Go ahead.
They're sticking to the run game. They're committing to the run game, which instead of being in whatever say that we're behind the line. Usually we're second and 12 or whatever. Now now the run game is actually kind of getting there. So we're putting third and sixes, right?
Right.
To a depth of target is actually 8 yards, right? He throw it down the field 8 yards. So consistently, all we really needed to be in short yardage to realistically get a first down, right? Because what that game right there, you seen it. He was given the opportunity for Yak, and everything was going well. Even the longer distant plays. I think that first drive or something like that, where the fumble happened,
Yeah.
he threw it a Waddle, and it was like 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, he threw it maybe about 8 yards, and he put it in the position for only Waddle to get it and get what, another 5-10 yards down the field. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just about being in favorable positions. Before earlier in the season, we're always behind the line of scrimmage. Third and 15, we can't really. I don't know what we're really expecting. We can't expect magic to happen
Z-Man,
when realistically the offensive line isn't that good in the first place to
I
even hold
think
up
Z,
for the route to be
Z-Man, let
run
me
that
help
far
you
down
out.
the field.
Let me help you out because I'm glad, Esther, you made some good points, and I'm glad that you keep it 100. But Pete don't. You don't talk to Pete like some of us do. And Pete said Mike Glennon is better than Tua. You see what I'm saying? Like every quarterback we face, he says is better than Tua. Like that, but you don't go that extreme. You see what I'm saying? But let me get to this. What you had said about the end zone. But do y'all know? I said this earlier. Chachi was here. I don't know if Z-Man was listening. We are ranked number one in drop passes. And Chachi, can you go look in them games where he struggled in the red zone? Why? Because of penalties, drop passes. It wasn't Tua overthrowing in the end zone or making interceptions and all. Tua doesn't even have a pick six in his career yet because he doesn't throw ducks out there for them to take back to the house like Cam does. I'm just saying, like, we have to take everything in the context why he struggled in the red zone at them times. But all his touchdowns have been in the red zone from him having drives down the field. Like I
Right.
said earlier, we last year we had 3-and-outs. Like that was our name. That was our identity, 3-and-outs. But he's killed some of that. But like you said, certain quarters they had problems. Yeah, I'm not saying that he hasn't. But when you have drop passes and penalties as your number one glaring thing, drop passes you're ranked number one, and he's still high in completion percentage. That that has to tell you something. Because
Like
imagine, like I told Chachi, if we catch half of those passes, what was his numbers be then?
like
Yeah.
Ennis said, think about all the times we picked up the first down and we got a penalty that pushed us 10 yards back because the offensive line was I don't know, they were holding or something like
Holding,
that, or they're
false
offside.
start.
And I get it. The offensive line is young, they make mistakes. But at the same time,
Definitely.
there's total, if you look at the totality of the whole season, there's really been the major problems has been the five guys blocking. Those guys have been the most inconsistent. Yes, Tua being out was also a problem, but at the same time, we knew that he was gonna make the offense more stable than whatever Jacoby Brissett can do, because we know that Tua's skill set is better for this type of offense blocking, like quick release. So he just had to get the ball out faster. You know what I mean? And he you know, it's just too many different factors why what really went wrong this year. You know what I mean? Like
I think for one, we rushed for like I think total like 100 yards, and Lindsey had about 40ish, and Gaskins had about 40ish.
yeah,
But I think what mattered to me in this game was it wasn't like garbage yardage, like 3rd and 15, and they just hand the ball off to make it easier on the punter. This time around it was like those yards were counting, and we were in 3rd and short, and it seemed like a lot of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, some of the top guys, these guys that'll be playing in the playoffs, they have good run games. You saw what it did for Tua. Like he looked to me in this game. I haven't seen Tua look like this. Like I just gotta be honest, never,
Ever. Ever.
never. Like
Ever.
Ever. I'm not
he
saying he
looked
played
he
great in
looked
the
the
beginning
part.
of the year.
He
I'm
looked
not
he looked
saying
the
that.
part.
You're right.
He
You're
looked the
right.
part. And he did it for 4 quarters, and he looked like he actually was seeing the field. And I've never seen him do that as a pro. It
This
That's
is
always
what
the
looked
I'm
like
saying. This is what I'm
it
saying.
always
Like
looked like he was trying to
a
figure it
lot of
out.
people would sit there and they would say, "Oh, Tua doesn't read the field, and Tua doesn't do this, and Tua doesn't do that." You're
Not this
wrong.
game.
I don't know what you're not. I don't know what you're looking at, but you
Yeah,
can
you
Oh,
see
you
the guy
you got
just
to go
because
back
you
and
don't
watch
see
the
his.
film on this
Listen,
at
just
least
because you don't see his
two or
helmet
three
doing
times.
this doesn't mean that he's not looking down the field.
Chachi,
Your
let me say
eyes
this.
move.
Let me say this so I can get back on the floor and just listen. I understand the first grade we say he didn't play great as compared to he's playing now. But I'm gonna give you something that he did that showed me. Remember the last when we had the ball when we I think we scored they scored, but we was up and that we was back in the end like back to our end zone and he hit Parker on that slant. That was an audible. If
Yes,
we
it
give
was.
the ball back, they score, we lose that game. Tua called out of that run because he seen Parker over there. Like I said, I ain't saying he played a great game, but it's things that quarterbacks do besides throw touchdowns that help them win games that people don't look at. You see what I'm saying? If he doesn't do that, he loses that game.
I
But we're
want you to
looking
and
know.
at
that and that
I
point is
was
just
I
writing
about
agree.
being
down
consistent with
notes.
it.
I was writing down notes during this
Damn.
game. Okay, I was writing down notes during this game, so I had points to talk about. Right here, right here. Okay, good job with Tua noticing defensive schemes. I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought
yeah,
that
bro.
up.
Because
This
nobody wants to give
game,
him credit for that.
this
He wins
game,
that game off that drive
he sat there and
alone.
he was doing this. You right there, you right
Yeah.
there, hey over there, yo, whatever
You
the hell
know,
they
Go
do.
you
go
remember
look
You
at
in
that
understand what I'm
play.
saying?
you
He
remember in the
audibles
Buffalo
out of
game
that.
when people. Oh, sorry.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say
No,
this,
you're
and I'm
good.
gonna
You're
go
good.
let you go so I can go back to work. He audibles out of that play. people say the next game Buffalo should have audibled. He does, but like I mean, he probably called the
Bro,
audible for
I am
Davis. We
so
don't know. We're
tired.
not on the field. You see what I'm saying? So
I
I
am
can't
so
say if
tired
he.
of people coming up and talking about that Buffalo game. That
Yeah,
Buffalo
we
game
don't know if
is
he audible
irrelevant.
or called out
That
protection. We're
Buffalo
not on
game
the field.
is, listen, that Buffalo game is irrelevant. He played 7 fucking snaps. That game is irrelevant to
No,
Tua's
I'm talking
career.
about
No, I was
calling and
just,
protection,
I was
Chachi.
just,
I'm just saying we don't know if he called Davis to catch or shift right. We can say he didn't because we're looking from the camera view. We don't know unless you're on that field what he did or didn't do. So I'm not going to say he called it or he
You,
didn't call it. You
but
see what I'm
you
saying?
gotta think about this. The game just started. This is 11 snaps. You don't know how they're gonna line up. They can be lining up in a nickel and it be a full-on blitz. You gotta play the game a little bit to understand. Okay, they're gonna be doing this. They're gonna be doing that because not every game is the game plan the same. You're not gonna play the Bills like you played fucking the Jets. It's not going to work that way. Every game is different. So you can't sit there and say, oh, he's not doing this. He didn't read the field right and this and that. No, it was 7 snaps in, 6 snaps. And he had already got hit hard. How do you
Man,
expect for somebody to say, okay, he's running in? You don't know that.
I
Does
can't
that
wait to
make
see what he's
sense?
gonna do this week because this is regardless of records, this is another week of him playing a good defense, and that's what I was telling TD and EM and Damien and all them. Like the week after the Jets game was, Tua had the opportunity. He was gonna have the opportunity to prove himself against the Panthers, bro.
Yeah.
Statistically, they're just a really good team, and
And he
on
did.
the field, they they show up. So the Giants are the same type of defense, in my opinion. He's got another week to prove himself, to grow. Man, I mean, he saw the
I
field.
think
He was, and he's playing at home. I mean, I don't know, man. I
I don't think the Giant
I don't want to jinx it. I'm just being
I don't
it's a week by week approach for me. I'm not saying I'm out on Tua. I'm not saying I'm all the way in on Tua, but it hey man,
right now he's 50-50. Right now he's 50-50.
yeah, I
He's
gotta say he's
50-50
fifty
on he's
fifty.
going to be our franchise quarterback or he still needs a lot of work. You understand what I'm saying? Right now he's in
Well,
that ballpark.
he's definitely got work to do.
Oh,
That's
of course. But what I'm
that should
saying
always be
is,
his approach every week is
oh,
that he's
100%.
got work to do.
100%. And he says that himself. He says that himself. He knows it. We all know it. Nobody can just come into the field and just be fucking, you know what I'm talking about. You just can't
Yeah,
come
I
out and
get it,
be
man.
all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah, he deserves some respect though. So after this game, so man,
Absolutely.
I got
Absolutely.
I just got I like I got to be honest if and it sucks to say this, but like if there was a Watson trade that was possible right now, I think I would still do it. But Tua
Wow.
still got Tua still got to the end of the year, bro. So
Wow.
yeah, man, he's doing
But you
good,
know
but
what? You know what? I
it's
can't
not enough
knock
to
you on
deter
that.
me yet from that narrative, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't knock you on that because it's just been four games that he's been really improving. I mean, you can tell the improvement, you know, every game coming in and out every week, you can tell the improvement that he's doing. You can
it's
see
the
that.
benefit of
So
being
I
a
don't
Dolphin
knock
fan,
you.
though. People. It's not a negative. We have options. You know, we got till the
Yeah,
end of the season with Tua. We get to watch this guy develop until the end of the year. Like that's just
for
a
sure.
plus.
For
So
sure.
I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
can't wait till next
absolutely.
week. I wish.
Absolutely.
I wish Sunday was tomorrow. To be honest, man.
Yeah, I agree. But listen, Estefan, we're gonna start. I'm gonna start getting out of here. So I
What's up?
want you to give me some final thoughts on what you think of the Dolphins. Let's get out of the tour realm now. Let's get out of the
Right,
tour realm and let's talk about the Dolphins right now as a whole, as a team, as a unit. What do you
man.
see for the future of just this season, next week, the week after that, heading into playoff territory, all of that good stuff. What do you see from the team itself? Do you see, because they've been kind of, they turn it on, then it comes off. They turn it
Yes.
on, and then it comes off.
No,
I feel
I
like
see.
this was the
I see
first game.
foundation.
Yeah,
I
this was.
see
I feel like this
foundation.
was the first game that you had the offense turned on, the defense turned on.
Yeah, I think what they have now is they've seen, like, from a coaching perspective, you're always trying to put your personnel out there, and you have a vision, but it has to come to fruition on the field. You got to see it. So you don't know if your foundational vision is there, but it seems like the offensive line, the young guys, they're getting better. You went and got
Yes,
Lindsey. As much as I like Gaskin, I think Lindsey's gonna supplant him for the number one spot
I
because he's
agree.
just very aggressive. So they
I
see
agree.
it now. The vision there for what kind of running back. Oh,
Yes,
that's what that kind of a running back does for us.
correct.
So the
I
blueprint,
think that
the
I think
blueprint for
that
their
it should
foundation is
be.
there.
I think that it should
So
be Lindsey, and what was the other guy? Was it Duke Johnson? Is it Duke Johnson?
are you saying number
That's
one and two?
number one and two.
No, bro. I can't. I gotta say, Gaskins is he does a whole lot more than people realize. You know,
Oh, I agree with you.
I
I agree with you.
I think
I just
I
think
don't think he
that
falls for that number two.
I just think that Duke Johnson is a better blocker than Gaskin is. Gaskin
Uh
kind of
huh.
does this like shove or kind of like
Right.
go at your legs type of blocking, to where Duke Johnson will put your his hands on you.
Yeah.
You understand what
Well,
I'm saying? And
yeah,
then
but
and then Duke Johnson is faster than Gaskin, and
mm.
he's more of a ball. He's like a bowling ball going through the
Well,
line,
this is the thing. This
Gaskin is more of like a twitchy, get me into open field, I'm gonna juke you right out of your shoes. You
that's gonna
understand what
have
I'm
to
saying?
happen in practice, bro. Before you see that come to fruition in a game, you can tell the momentum and the style of a running back in practice. It doesn't take a whole lot. Like, a lot of people were surprised that Lindsey went in and did what he did this past weekend. Running back position is
I
really
wasn't
not. It's
surprised.
not that complicated. Complicated. It's not like like it's quarterback, bro.
Yeah,
So I could see what you're saying coming to fruition, but it's gonna happen in practice. That momentum carries over for a running back going into a game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You could be right, bro. I know. It looks like Lindsey's gonna take that spot. That's all I got.
I
I think
really
the
do think
blueprint.
so.
I don't mean to. I
It
don't mean to
depends on this
prolong it.
game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say I think the blueprint's there for them. Now they actually see it. They have the vision for their foundation, how they want to run their offense. The defense is already there. That's not really too much work that they have to put. All they got to do with their defense right now is just add to it. If from here on out, whatever they're going to do for agency, and in the draft, it's there. But their blueprint for their offense and what they want to do, and let's say Tua does become that guy, it looks like that's where it's heading. I got to be honest. It looks like that's where it's heading.
It
That
does.
now it's just
It
like
does.
surrounding him, and giving him support.
Yeah,
Not that he doesn't. I mean, if you think about it right now, Tua has a lot of good players at the skill positions,
he
and
does.
this offensive line is coming together. So there's not too much excuses that you can make for Tua, bro. In my
No,
opinion,
no.
I'm not gonna
But
make
you could,
excuses for him.
this is another thing. This is another thing. You see how the Dolphins are adding these players that are giving Tua more weapons, or better play for him because of the players he has around him. And look at the difference that it's making.
Yeah,
You see
man.
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I Albert Wilson. Man, dude. I think I'm a little disappointed in him.
I am.
I don't
I
know.
am. I am very
I
disappointed in Wilson.
I wish he would just he doesn't realize that his speed's not there. Like, I thought he was faster than that, but you can see on the field once he's running in pads, maybe without the pads he's faster. But bro, like, he's running backwards and losing yards at times because he
Yeah,
thinks he still
I
has
mean
that
that was
speed,
ridiculous. That
man.
was one play. Don't think of it like he does it all the time.
Oh no,
Okay.
bro, he's done it more than once.
No, he does it on screen plays, on
Yeah,
screens.
yeah, yeah. He does.
Okay, he does it on
But
screens, but he doesn't do that in open fields like that, like he did that
see, what
game.
I don't
He
get is they
literally
have to.
ran back fucking like 7 yards. Like,
you
what the
you
fuck
see
are
it
you
on
doing?
film. I find it hard to believe that they haven't gone over that with him in the film room. Like, hey man, you gotta stop doing this. You know what I mean? You're not as
I'm pretty
fast as
sure
you
Flores
thought you
told him
were.
something.
So, but yeah, man. But anyways, man, thanks for having me on, Chachi, man. It's
Hey,
good to hear
Esther,
from you,
you're the
bro.
man,
I hadn't
brother.
heard from you in forever, man. I didn't even. Are you?
No, bro, you
Is
just
this
don't
like
come into
a?
the stream. We're here every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8:30. I'm live.
All right, all right. I've been. I'm not
So
gonna
don't
lie.
miss it.
Personal. I've been really busy, especially like
I know.
around this time. But I'll make it a regular
Yeah.
thing at least one day out of the week to stop by, bro. At least be in the
I
comment section
appreciate
if
it.
I can.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for showing your
That's what's
love,
up, man.
Esther. All right, much love to you, brother. I hope you stay
You too,
safe
bro.
and have a good weekend
You too, man.
or week. Sorry.
For sure, bro. Fins up, man.
Later. All right, guys. So, just to kind of hold on, let me move this here so you guys can see my beautiful face. All right. Just to kind of wrap things up, like my final thoughts are this. I think the Dolphins are coming along. I think that they finally see, like, I agree with what Estefan said. I think that they finally see their foundation, what they were looking to get. I think they're finally seeing it grow, and I think that they have a few little things that they have to fix, like the offensive line. I think they have a couple pieces they have to move around to be able to get the max out of what they have this year. I'd love for them to really move around the offensive line coming up on this bye week. Don't do it before then, because we kind of know what we have right now. So I think that we should continue playing with what we have right now. But coming up to this bye week, definitely make some changes and see what we can come up with and the difference that it'll make. I think this bye week coming up is the time to do it, because we have 2 weeks of practice. We can move Davis inside and put somebody outside. Maybe move Eichenberg to right tackle instead of left tackle. Maybe that'll create something good. Put Davis on the inside. Put Hunt at left tackle. Um, but regardless, I think that the Dolphins are on the right track. I think that they've been adding the pieces that they've needed. I think that they're realizing where they're kind of falling back from, and they've been adding the pieces to be able to climb themselves out of that hole. As a team, I feel that this Dolphins this Dolphins team, as a team, as a unit, as a whole, finally meshed together in this game to where it wasn't just all on the offense, it wasn't just all on the defense, it was a companionship. Both the defense complemented the offense complemented the defense. Oh, you're going to give me a turnover? I'm going to give you a touchdown for that. I appreciate it. Here you go. Stay on the sidelines a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys scored? Don't worry. We're gonna get you the ball back real quick. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that they finally they're finally clicking. You know what I mean? They're finally clicking, and you can see the difference on how their players are playing and the love that they have for each other, on how they kind of know where somebody's gonna be or somebody, because you can see it out on the field. A couple of those games where you saw where everybody was talking to everybody. Hey, you're on the wrong spot. Move over here. Move over there. It's not just two. It was the whole team coming together and telling them, "Hey, no, you're wrong. You got to be over there. This, that, whatever." And that was my first telltale sign of we're moving in the right direction. Um, Pamela, you came in a little late, girl. Came in a little late there. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys so very much for coming on, showing me love, getting in the comments, talking with me. Um, I love you guys for that. I love doing this. and I hope that I can do this for many, 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 many more weeks and years to come. But I know that with all your support and all the help that you guys give me, I will continue to do so. Don't forget, if you want to donate, or please donate um, via Cash App, Miami Football Talk. The reason I don't have a membership or a place where you can donate on YouTube right here is because I need to get to a certain amount of subscribers. So if you guys help me out, share the video, go on Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is, share it up to everybody that this is an up and coming channel. It's fantastic. Or put whatever you guys feel. If you guys want to say, hey, this guy's an asshole, don't worry about it. But subscribe to his channel anyways. All right. But like I said, much love to everybody. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good week, and I will see you on Thursday, same time, 8:30, right here on Miami Football Talk. Till next time, peace.